Hi ho, I thought I would share with you another of my favorite raw foods, coconut cream. This one has one ingredient, a fresh coconut, and it is oh so versatile. I use it for raw ice cream. Anytime I would want to use whipped cream, it works great as a filling for all sorts of pastries. But more importantly, I'm going to show you how to get that meat out of the coconut to make your cream. First up, you'll need a knife with this part of the blade exposed. That knife won't work. You see, the end of the blade is part of the handle. That's not going to open any coconuts. Next up, you want to make a 45-degree angle cut. That's straight, that's 45. It's hard to tell with the camera, but that's straight, that's 45. So you want to hit it at a 45-degree angle midway between the tip and the edge of the coconut. Really, you want to go above the midway point towards the tip. Right about there works. Now notice what's not in this frame. My fingers. Keep your other hand out of the way and make your first strike. Go all the way around the coconut, sort of positioning the tip of the knife a little bit past the edge of your last cut. Remember to get those hands out of the way between knife strikes. Okay, once you've made it all the way around your coconut, you're going to go back once more. But this time, you're going to aim for the tip of the V shape that your other knife strikes made. So you see that tip? That's what we're talking about. They're all over the place. Between every two cuts, there's a V, and you want to aim for the tip of that V for your next knife strike. It'll only take a few of these. You probably won't even have to go around the coconut again. So here we go, aiming for the V's, the tips. I'm just gonna, same procedure. Move that hand, and now you just want to test to see if you can get it loose. You saw that was getting close. Look for a tip, kinda check it, not ready yet. You don't want to force it, just wait, it'll happen. That one was way off course, but it did the trick. So there you go. Coconut is open and ready for extraction of the meat. Before we can get the meat out, we have to do something with that delicious water. So let's just pour it off. It's best if you go slow and use a big bowl. Yeah, I didn't do that, which is why I dumped a bunch of coconut water all over the cutting board and my hand. Learn from me and don't do what I did. No worries, I still have plenty left. So, now that our coconut is empty of liquid, it's time to get the meat out. And I just use a spoon. Now, how easy it is to get out will depend on the size of the spoon. You know, each coconut grows a little differently, so the angle that you need to use in order to get the most meat out with the least number of passes will just depend. Play with it. Sometimes the side of the spoon works, sometimes the tip works. You'll figure it out. That's a good coconut. If you open your coconut and it is pink inside, it's spoiled. Throw it away. If the water will most likely be pink if the meat is pink. If either are pink, throw it away. Don't drink the water and don't eat the coconut. So I'm just going to speed this up and go through and take as much meat as I can get out of that coconut. Careful not to scrape too hard so that I don't get too much of the brown skin from the inside of my coconut into my coconut cream. Now it's okay if you do. That part can be eaten, but it makes the coconut cream brown, and I want one that's kind of a pure white this time. Normally I add a little bit of vanilla to my coconut cream while I'm blending it, and if the coconut wasn't particularly sweet, then I also add a little coconut nectar, which will make, both of those will make it kind of brown. So usually I'm not too picky about the color, but today my recipe, I want it to be as white as I can get it. So I'm just going to go through and pull off any skin that I find, and certainly fish through and take out any chunks of wood from the top of the coconut. You don't want any coconut wood in your in your cream. That's just skin. I'm just being picky now. All right, I'm satisfied, finally. So let's move on to the next step and put that coconut meat into the blender. Now I'm going for a coconut cream that's pretty viscous, something a little thicker than whipped cream. I'm sorry, thicker than whipped cream. So I'm going to cover my coconut with the water, just until I cover the very top of that coconut. Blend it up, and that's what I get. Now that looks pretty thin, but it'll set up in the refrigerator and thicken quite a bit. In fact, you'll be surprised how much thicker this is when it's set up entirely. It'll take you a little while to figure out how much coconut to use versus coconut water to get it to the consistency that you want, but you'll be an old hat at it in no time at all. So I'm just going to scrape down the sides of my blender. Make sure I don't leave a whole lot of that goodness behind. I intend for mine to be filling for some banana flaxseed nut crepes. The recipe is up if you care to see that one. You just add the cream, roll them up, and sprinkle with a little cacao. Yum-y. Alright, that's it. How to open a coconut and make some awesome coconut cream. Hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Bye.